Welcome to Breaking News. I'm Miley and bring for you latest news on today. Donald Trump's name was nowhere to be found on the ballot of the 2018 midterm elections, but the vote, as he put it in one rally, is a referendum about me. In recent weeks, as he appeared at one rally after another, the president became himself, only more so slamming the press, slamming opponents, and waging the most bigoted national political campaign in this country since the days of George Wallace.
The Democratic Party failed to achieve a blue wave, an overwhelming victory that would have represented a nationwide repudiation of the 2016 election. Our divisions have only deepened, but Trump lost in some consequential ways. In a high turnout election, the GOP yielded control of the House of Representatives to Democrats for the first time in 8 years, a crucial check on presidential power. A record number of women were elected to Congress, a reflection in part of a #MeToo movement that the president has disdained. At least 4 of them were young women of color, including Rashida Tlaib in Michigan, Ilhan Omar in Minnesota, Lauren Underwood in Illinois, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in New York. Democrats also improved since 2016 among Midwestern and suburban voters. And for the second time in 2 years, Trump and his allies lost the popular vote. These midterm results, however, will provide Trump adequate reason to claim victory, and despite his low approval ratings, feel confident that he can win a re-election campaign that leans heavily on rural voters. Republicans continue to dominate beyond the cities and suburbs, and they widen their margin in the Senate, which is a far less representative body than the House. They also held off statewide Democratic challenges in Florida and Texas. Through the narrow margins of victory in those red states should give the GOP leadership pause. Beto O'Rourke, who narrowly lost in the Texas Senate race to the incumbent Ted Cruz, ran an especially compelling race. Trump will doubtless take no blame for his party's loss of the House. He never takes blame for anything. In the last days of the campaign, he made sure to inoculate his political ego against criticism by saying that there just wasn't enough of him to go around. He could not campaign for many House candidates. There were so many. He could even blame illegal voters for his shortfall in the popular vote, as he did in 2016. A Democratic majority in the House will not only make it harder for Trump to achieve his legislative ambitions, it could also intensify the state of crisis and siege in Washington. The loss in the House of Representatives means that an array of committees, judiciary, intelligence, ways and means, foreign affairs, and others will now be chaired by Democrats who can initiate and accelerate investigations into Trump's past, his presidency, and his associates. They replace Republican chairmen like Devin Nunes, who, as the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, often seemed to act less as a detached lawmaker and more like the president's personal attorney. The Republican leadership in the House has been dreading his prospect for months. Late last summer, Axios reported that the GOP had compiled a spreadsheet of the many areas in which Trump was vulnerable to investigation. They also know that Trump has proved repeatedly that he is an impulsive and vengeful politician on an ordinary day, when he is concerned, when he feels under attack from the press and his opponents. There is little he will not do or say.
And this story appears in Breaking News, a news format on a little twist and turns around how the Democrats must do now to defeat Trump. Subscribe and follow us along with more about Trump's administration policy and the situation of election. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the duration of today's program. Thank you for watching.